Something that we have talked about all day today, Jessica, just the number of police officers who drove to that scene to do incredible work.
Law enforcement from all across the Denver metro, and then on top of that, the FBI and ATF. It seems like law enforcement well prepared on what to do and how to get in there and then start their investigation as quickly as possible. And it's so sad and it's so unfortunate that the person who heroically jumped in there first on scene lost his life today, and 9 others who walked into that grocery store who did not walk out this afternoon. We are going to continue our coverage and be back in just a moment. While we're waiting for that press conference to begin, we know that earlier there were still a lot of questions unanswered from Boulder police. We still don't know what the motive was. They wouldn't exactly tell us how many people had been killed or even the chain of events that happened in that shooting. So we're still waiting to get a lot more information and details. We have to assume that they are still probably contacting the families of these victims and possibly even trying to identify some of these victims at this hour.
Certainly a lot of people on edge waiting for information. I mean, I think the one takeaway from that news conference earlier today is that there is no ongoing public threat. That is one thing that Boulder Police was able to confirm for us today. But now, as we are waiting to hear from the chief of Boulder Police to give us some updated details, hopefully some names, hopefully some more specific information that I think would fill the void for some folks who are waiting to learn why and how this could have even happened. So our apologies that we're stalling here a little bit as we wait for this news conference that was supposed to start at 8:15, and clearly they're doing mic checks and so on. But hopefully this will begin here momentarily.
And of course, officers rushed to this scene within minutes of the shooting call coming in. And we did learn tonight that one Boulder police officer has died. There was a large procession through Boulder this evening. And we've been hearing from law enforcement, not only in Boulder, but across Colorado with their prayers and thoughts with the Boulder Police Department tonight. Shannon Ogden saying earlier that the officers were out there sad, comforting each other. And it looks like they're beginning to talk. Yes. Let's listen in. That outpouring of sympathy extended far beyond police and beyond Colorado as well. The president was briefed on the tragedy this evening, and they are monitoring new developments. And the Broncos, who have been politically active on a number of fronts over the past year, said over Twitter, quote, "Our hearts go out to the innocent victims, grocery store associates, and families of those affected." And Broncos nose tackle Mike Purcell, who is born and raised here in Colorado, said what many of us are thinking tonight, quote, "When will the senseless violence stop?" This is, of course, the second mass shooting in America. Just under a week ago, 8 people killed in Atlanta.
Yeah, and that is the question, I think, on everyone's minds tonight. Plus, we're a 51-year-old gentleman with Boulder PD since 2010. So it's a very sad, sad day in Colorado.
Absolutely. And, you know, you have to feel for all of the victims in this 10 victims. It's just, you know, an incredible loss tonight, and still so many questions about the motive behind this and, you know, not only why it happened, but how it happened as well. They said that this investigation is going to take 5 days. They aren't going to give us any more updates tonight. They will give us another update tomorrow. But we are continuing our coverage here tonight. We'll be right back.